guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming a Benicio Bryant concert story time. I was kind of doing like a Benicio Bryant series concert theme-a-bob, but I did not forget about it, I promise. So I'm back filming another video for it, and this is going to be a start to finish story time of everything that happened, and maybe some like untold stories and like behind the scenes stuff. So I have a feeling it's gonna be a long video, so let's just get into it. Alright, so background information. Basically, I flew to BC, we stayed with family in BC. The next day we drove down to Seattle with my mom and my uncle. The next day we drove down to Enumclaw, Washington. So I have vlogs from all the trips, I'll link them down below, as well as all of the other videos in this concert series. Starting with the day of the concert, we went and had breakfast, and then we drove down to the theater, which was in downtown Enumclaw, little, like, I don't even know if it would be a city. I think it would be like a town. And I remember we passed Maple Valley, which is where Benicio is from, and it was like so cool because I was like, he's been to like this mall, like, oh my gosh, what a coincidence. So the doors opened for the concert at 2, and we decided to get there at noon because we wanted to be in the front of the line, you know. Well, we get there and no one's there. We park, we get out, we're taking a few pictures, and then this car pulls up, and they asked us, they were like, are you here for Benicio's concert? And I remember thinking like, oh, they're probably here for the concert too, and they're just wondering where to park. Well, no, they were like, oh, I'm actually Benicio's grandma. I was like, I think my jaw was like dropped, kind of had to like, you know. So we met his grandma and had a little conversation with her, and then his dad, okay, his dad walks out of the theater and just casually walks by us. I'm like, what the frick frack is happening here? Like, am I seeing things? We have a full-on conversation with him. He shakes my hand. Yeah, we talked with him, and no one was really there. And he was like, go grab some like lunch and then you can come back and get in line. So we were like, hey, perfect. So we walked a little bit. We went to this place. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back, gonna grab my poster and see if there's a line. So this is like a little untold story. As like once I went back, I could hear Benicio performing Because of You, the song, like from outside of the theater. And I tried to film, but you couldn't even hear it. It was like so quiet. But I kind of like left because there was this weird guy like just walking back and forth, and I was like, I'm not trying to get abducted right now. So and so I go back and I try to find our rental car, which, mind you, it was a rental, so I was not familiar with what it really looked like, and I couldn't find it. So I kind of started panicking. So I run back and I'm like, the car's not there. My uncle comes with me. He's like, it's gonna be there, film this. Sure enough, it's there. I feel like a complete idiot. It was just like a block down from where I was looking, so that's fun. And when I pulled my uncle like back to come find the car with me, I saw Benicio freaking Bryant outside of the building in like an all-white suit, or like it was like a, yeah, it was like a kind of zippered top and pants, and I thought that that was what he was wearing and he was gonna look like an angel, but come to find out that it was just like a cover-up so that no one saw him in his all Gucci outfit. And there was like a whole school, I feel like his school friends came to just like wish him luck or something, because he was just there. Like, I just saw the back of him, I saw his hair in a bun, I saw him laughing. Like, it was the absolute cutest freaking thing. I kind of had a panic attack at that moment. My uncle was like, okay, you need help. I was like, I'm sure I do, but it was crazy. Like, it was so crazy. I saw him outside of the concert, and I was like debating going up, but I was like, no, like I want the first meeting to be like good and not like embarrassing, and like I'm probably gonna bawl, so we're not gonna go there. So then we go back, get my mom, come back, get in line. There's like 10 people in the line. We get in line, everything's great, you know. At this time, Riley's walking around, and it's like crazy because Riley, like, I've seen her on TV, is just walking around, like, what? Okay, so then this like interviewer guy comes out, with his big camera. He comes out, he's like showing the whole line. My mom's like, put up the poster, put up the poster. I'm like, no. So then she puts up the poster, the interviewer comes to us and he starts interviewing me, and I'm like, holy crap, I don't know what to say. I'm so awkward. This is so awkward. What do I say? So I remember he asked like, what is your favorite song by Benicio? I said Fall Apart. If it would have been now, I would have actually been better, and I would have been like, Fall Apart, I just love it and I can't wait for him to perform it or something. But I was just like, Fall Apart. He was like, are you excited to hug him? I heard he gives the best hugs. I was like, yeah, totally sure. So that was a little bit rough, but it was still fun. Like, I got interviewed. And then I remember the people behind us in line were, I think, like Benicio's aunt or cousin, some sort of relationship, right? And we were talking to them, making conversation, waiting for the doors to open. There were like 2 girls and then a like kid, so I'm assuming it was like aunties and like a cousin or something. I think her name was Lolo or Lulu, something like that. And she had flowers, like she had flowers that she was going to give to him, and my uncle was like, oh my gosh, you have flowers? Like, Lexi, I'm going to get you flowers. I was like, okay. So he goes, he asks like, where did you get those? He like walks a couple blocks down to the floristry shop, and he gets me red roses to give to him. So the flowers, thank God for that little girl, because otherwise the flowers would have never happened. Doors open, we walk in, it's like this old kind of theater with like a picture of cows, and it says the Chalet Theater. Not gonna lie, it was amazing, but it was just this little like theater with a stage. And so we go to the front, we sit like at the side, and then me and my mom head up to the merch shop, and I get a t-shirt, a big poster, and then a little poster that was signed by him for my friend. So then we're just sitting there, and I see Marlo at the, which is Benicio's mom, she's like at the exit talking to like a security guard. And I've seen Marlo on TV, like on AGT, she was always like watching him, and I was like, I need to meet her. She is so pretty. Like, she is the mother of this child. Like, I need to meet her. It's like on my bucket list. So I'm like, Mom, we need to go. So we go up, we say hi, and she's like, oh my gosh, hi. I'm like, can I film you for my vlog? She's like, oh, you don't want to film me. I'm like, we do. Like, you're so, ah. So then we hug and like get a little picture. And then Marlo's like, Riley, come here. So Riley comes up, and I'm like, you know that girl who comments on every one of your videos? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, that's me. And she's like, oh my god, you're like my biggest supporter. I was like, yes. I took a little like vlog clip with her, and it was just crazy. And then the Rucker Band comes on. So the Rucker Band was like the opening band. They were like a heavy metal band, so I was kind of like, okay, when is this gonna be over? But yeah, they started playing, and then all of these girls, like a group of girls, kind of went to the front, and my mom was like, you need to go up to the front or else you're not going to get the front spot, right? Because how it worked is there was like the stage and then a big area for standing and then all of the seats. So I was like, okay, so I walk up, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, like, hi, and we were just having, like, such a great conversation. Like, the Rucker Band was playing, and we were just sitting there talking about homeschooling, how we met Benny, everything. It was so fun. I still talk to multiple of those girls, like, every day, so I made friends, which was, like, just, I was not expecting to do. But they were just all so nice, and so we were just all kind of, like, hanging out together. The announcer comes on, and he's like, America's Got Talent finalist, The Voice Kids Germany placed second, please welcome Benicio Bryant. And we're just all screaming thinking he's gonna come on. Like, I kid you not, 10 minutes later, it took 10 freaking minutes, we were all like filming, and then we're like, okay, he's gonna come, and it was like a false alarm. So a moral of the story, he comes on banging in his all Gucci outfit. Like, he was so hot, like way cuter in person, which is like practically impossible, but he was so fine. And so he comes on, and like I'm just like crying because I'm like, this is not real life. Like, I don't think you guys understand. Imagine watching a boy, like, or a girl, like one of your idols, imagine watching them on TV for months, rooting for them, and then meeting them. Like, it's so surreal. Like, although he's not famous, I watched him on my TV screen. and could have never ever imagined meeting him, right? So anyways, I digress. Comes on and he sings Who I Am, Fall Apart, Because of You, Waves, Outside Strangers, Poison, and then at the very end he kind of like leaves. Another announcer comes on and he's like, hey, this is the final song, and he comes out singing My Love, and I'm like, I never wanted it to end. It was just so surreal. He threw some t-shirts, he got us like engaged, we were just like jumping, and it was just literally the freaking best time of my life. So my uncle comes and gives me the flowers, and he's like, you should like give them to him, right? So I sit there with my flowers like holding them up. He's like saying, thank you, we sold out, I love you all, if you have any questions you can ask me, I'll be meeting everyone. And everyone was pointing to like the flowers because I was like holding them up. I'm like, come on now, and everyone is pointing like Benny. So like he takes the bow and he says thank you, and then I literally can't. So he looked like, he was like, oh, those are for me, and he like puts his hand in like, and oh my gosh, I just can't. So then he like comes and he like grabs them, but since my hands were holding them, he like put his hand over to grab them. So I'm like, oh my god. So then he kneels down. He kneels the frick frack down. And he hugs me in front of the entire crowd, in front of the whole 500 people that were there. Okay, I don't think you understand how big of a deal this is to me. He comes down and he hugs me, and I'm just like, stop. After I give him the flowers, I kind of like come back to where my mom and uncle were sitting, and then I was like, please tell me you filmed that. Did you film that? They're like, no, we didn't. I'm like, what are you thinking? So then the photographer, we kind of like, I was like, hey, we gotta ask the photographer if he got that on film. And then we asked him, and he's like, yeah, I did. And then I was like, could you send it to me somehow? He's like, I don't normally do this, but I could make a little video and then send it to you. I was like, perfect, thank you so much, are you serious? So he made me like a little video montage of some clips, and it was so cute. Then I go back and I'm like, that just happened. We sit down, we're just watching everybody go through meeting him. We were kind of sitting like right, so say like this seating was like here, we were sitting like here, and then the line was going like there. So the security guards were like, can you just move over a bit so it's not cluttered? But we literally watched him meet every single person, sign everything, take pictures. So then our time kind of comes and we get in the line after everyone, and I'm like, hey, to my mom, I'm like, hey, remind me to ask him about this, remind me to take a silly face photo, remind me to get my phone case signed. So then we go up and I have my little poster, which I was not planning on giving him, but since I bought a poster, I was like, I'll give this to him as a little gift. And I wrote my freaking email because I don't have a number, because I don't have a phone plan, and I wrote my email. I'm like, what a good first impression, like writing my email on there. And then I also wrote my fan page, and I was like, please follow. So I give it to him, he's like, oh my gosh, thank you, hugs me. And my little shy, like, now if I met him I would be so much more, but I was just so like shy. I was like, yeah, but he was so friendly. Like, everyone asked all the time, was it awkward? It was not awkward because he's so friendly, and he makes like a awkward conversation just so normal and so like exciting, right? We take a picture, and then I was like, I'm the girl who told you on your live that I was coming from Canada. He's like, oh my gosh, no way. He gives me another hug, and he says, let's take one more. Like, he puts his arm around me. He's like, let's get one more. I'm like, yeah, we're getting like 5 more. So then we get one more. And then my mom's like, oh, are you gonna get a silly face? And then we get a silly face, and he's all cute about it. And then my mom comes, we take a picture as all of us 3. And then my mom is like, can we kiss you on the cheek? He's like, oh, you wanna, yeah, sure. And then he's like, guys, everyone watch, this is the best picture of the night. And me inside is dying because I had told my friend, I was like, is it weird to ask for a picture of me kissing him on the cheek? I feel like that's like something cute that fans do. Like, I always see these pictures of like girls kissing Shawn Mendes on the cheek because it's just like cute and like, you know, fun. And she's like, no, it's a little weird. So I didn't ask. I probably would not have. My mom asked, and I was like, stop, like you read my mind. So then we kiss him, and it was mainly like my face was pretty much just slammed up against his cheek, okay? Don't judge. I just laugh at it. It's so funny. And then he's just laughing. He's like, I hope everyone saw that. And his little friend is like, ooh, Benny. I'm like, yeah, watch out. So I remember talking to him like a little bit after. Like one of the things I said was like, if you ever come to Canada, like email me. Okay, email me. I literally can't. That is so embarrassing. Like, oh my gosh. Next time I meet him, like I have to have a freaking number because I'm not gonna be that girl going and giving him my email. Oh wait, I already did. Okay, so then we go to grab our stuff and my coat and my poster is missing. I feel like someone could have just accidentally thought that it was their coat because it was a black coat. Who would steal a coat, you know? And the poster too, like maybe they bought a poster, but no, because there was no other coat left and there was no other poster left. So someone literally just stole my coat and my poster, and I was kind of freaking out because I was like, oh my god, my poster, my poster, my poster. Mom's like, well, just ask for another one. I'm like, okay. So then we go and we're like, someone stole our poster. Can you give us another one? And then they roll us up a new one. So 10 out of 10 customer service. Guys, just gotta say, this was the best experience of my life. Not only just meeting my idol, but the whole thing. Like the family, the people there, the experiences, like everything. Then we're walking out and I'm like, shoot, my iPod case, I didn't get it signed. So I grab a Sharpie, I run back, and this was like a one-on-one connection moment for me and Benny. Like no one else was there. Well, his friends were sitting there. He was sitting on the stage and his friends were there, but like no other fans. I ran up, I'm like, can you please sign this? He was like, yes, of course. This is the like 7th, I think he said, phone case that I've signed today. So he signs it and I run out and I'm like on cloud 9, which I remember it so distinctly. And then we take the long drive home. I'm just watching every single one of the videos and thinking, why am I screaming bloody murder? I can't even hear his voice. And if you're wondering in the concert vlog why there's like a big montage, it's because you cannot hear him sing. I was screaming bloody murder. Like you cannot hear anything. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole concert. I did film a video all about post-concert depression. That's kind of where it takes off, like once we got home, and then I kind of explained what happened from there. But I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I hope you guys enjoyed the little pictures and videos here. I hope it wasn't too long and boring. Stay tuned for a couple more, maybe 1 or 2 more videos in this series. But I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!